Hejim tave deja I, Ejam sotas gos vaskrar by tik, E pajaj la mojaj push, Jaj keles molo nichoch chu.
Welcome to the gates of Sto'Vo'Kor. I'm Ha'uk, a warrior of Sto'Vo'Kor.
I'm Korath, a warrior of Sto'Vo'Kor.
Guard! I, too, am a warrior of Sto'Vo'Kor.
I'm sorry to cut things short, but I must go.
Go? Go where?
I'm going to the military academy to pick up some new backs. Want to join me?
Sure.
I've got nothing better to do.
Have any of you seen David?
I have not.
Me neither. We'll leave him a note and the bill.
This brings back some memories.
Yes, it does. Garth, you're looking a little more paranoid than usual.
Last time I was here, I was escorted off the premises by security.
Of course you were.
Public displays of affection are discouraged here.
I don't remember that regulation.
They instituted it soon after my departure.
Garth, what did you do?
Nothing! It was more the Orion female I was celebrating with under the statue of Gritong. She really knew how to celebrate vigorously and was very vocal to the occasion. Evidently, ball gags and leather restraints are not to be tied to the base of the statue of Gritong, if even in celebration of graduation. The Orion female I was celebrating with did not seem to mind. I saw no reason why anybody else would.
Korra, when will you learn that sometimes the best question is the one not asked?
Is that David, with that group of people over there?
Hisha. Yes, it is.
I'll get his attention. David! David?
I know he saw us, but he seems to be ignoring us.
Let's see what he's up to.
David!
Excuse me a moment. What are you guys doing here?
We were about to ask you the same question.
If you must know, from time to time, I volunteer at the military academy, a holdover from my days in the diplomatic corps. And my sister's daughter will be applying to the academy next year. Now, leave me. I must begin the tour.
Oh, we need to hear this.
A tour?
If you insist, just be quiet. And know this, if you dishonor me, I will have your head on my trophy shelf.
Dishonor? I will do no such thing. But don't discourage me from asking the occasional question.
Very well. Just stand in the back of the group and keep them to a minimum. Welcome to the Klingon Defense Force Military Academy. I am David of the House of Holkrin, and I will be your guide today. I have 2 rules. Stay close and do not wander about, and hold your questions until I ask for them. Are we clear?
Yes.
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 Aye.
Aye, kabla.
And we are walking.
Was it me, or was that 3 rules instead of 2? Shh.
I want to hear this.
Following the death of Molor, with the first Batleth, Kahless united the Klingon people and gave us the laws of honor. Before returning to Sto'Vo'Kor, Kahless's protege, Gritong, took up his mantle and established the Klingon Military Academy, here at Molor's fortress, to provide training to any honorable Klingon warrior seeking to serve the Empire. The great statue of Gritong in the courtyard was erected in his honor. It faces south towards the valley with our star to his back. Let's leave the gate and walk clockwise around the great statue. No one is sure when the fortress was built, since few stories remain from before the 1st century. However, over the millennia, the fortress has seen many glorious battles in service of the Empire. During the Hurt invasion of the 14th century, the fortress was nearly razed to the ground. However, once they were driven out, the Empire spared no expense to return the fortress to former glory. Every few hundred years, the Academy is renovated and extensive repairs are performed to ensure that it remains an institution of honor within the Empire for several millennia more. Just last year, the most recent renovation to the military academy was completed. And we are walking.
If I had known it was going to be this boring, I would have stayed at the bar. Tell them something more interesting, like when Metclock nearly blew the roof off the munitions lab 3 while experimenting with a Tetrion disruptor. He lost his good eye on that blast.
It's a tour. Of course they're going to talk about the architecture.
The Academy teaches young warriors so much more than just battle technique. This is where I discovered my love of mathematics, and more specifically, accounting.
Yeah, well, I think you're a bit boring too, Cora.
Sorry, David.
This brings us to our weapons quartermaster, Ska. While you're at the academy, you are going to need a good weapon. Whether you want a Nishwit disruptor rifle, pistol, or assault weapon, Ska will issue them to you. He operates several booths at the academy. If he is not here, he will be there, but we'll get to that later. And we're walking.
I suggest you get to know him and stay on his good side. After all, in battle is the worst time to experience a weapon malfunction. He is fond of fire wine and foot massages. If he asks you to view his private collection, say no. Trust me.
Always sound advice. I send my weapons quartermaster a nice, juicy roqueg blood pie for every day of honor.
We have reached the Makbara Dojo. Before any of you cadets are allowed to pick up a batleth, you'll have to impress the Dahar Master. Let me tell you that he expects flawless deliveries in order to pass his class, so you better start practicing your forms. We are walking. Here, we are at the shooting range. Instructor Takara may be a Trill, but do not let her species fool you. She is a formidable warrior with any energy weapon. Young warriors can hone their long-range combat skills with her.
Takara, may I have a word with you for a moment?
Yemev! Don't do it, Cora. She'll break your legs, then your heart. Though I imagine there are worse ways to sustain an injury.
The law of averages dictate that one of these days one will show me how low those spots go.
Quiet down. The veins on David's ridges are starting to throb.
Moving along. Let us go northeast along the outside of Gritong's statue. Up ahead, we see the melee combat arena. When cadets have performed the Makbara to the Dahar Master's satisfaction, they will finally be able to pick up a blade and spar with other young warriors in our multi-tiered, one-on-one combat platforms, graciously donated by the most dangerous Klingon in the galaxy.
Apparently he's made some wise investment decisions.
Aye. Sto'Vo'Kor fine tobaccos must be doing well.
If it's all right with you, we will continue the tour, unless you have more to share with the group.
I wonder, do they still snatch new recruits from their bunks at midnight, shave them bald, and make them run naked through the marshes? No? We're good then.
Are you sure? Let us turn south and head towards that large rock outcropping near the statue. Warriors of the Empire are strong in mind as well as body. Listen up, cadets. I'd like to introduce you to lore singer Chetoch. Young warriors need only to speak with him to learn all about the Empire's recent history and our strained relationship with the Federation. He is a fountain of useful information, so pay attention, because there will be a test. Now, let us walk east, away from Gritong's statue.
The recent history? Is that actually a course at the Academy?
Hoi-cha! That's it, Gar. I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
You may ask, but it's doubtful that you'll get it. Besides, I was only asking a question.
Do you want to be escorted from the Academy twice in your career?
Come on, Garg. The Academy event is about to begin. Let's go earn some dilithium.
Stay together, cadets. We are walking down this narrow ravine to what had once been the keep of this mighty fortress.
David, I can see the Academy event has caught their attention. Would you mind telling the cadets about it? After all, It's something that they will be looking forward to while they're here.
I was saving that for the end of the tour. We'll talk about that in a few minutes.
Oh, my apologies.
Now, where was I? Ah, yes, the ravine.
My trigger finger is itching. Come on, give me a fetty.
My particle is expanding. Which scan do I select?
Go with the multiphasic.
Thanks, Garg.
Yes, got one.
2 particle fragments.
I only got one.
On the north side of the ravine, we have the tailor, who is always willing to help young warriors look their best for any occasion. Next, we have Lieutenant Beora, who sells weapons, equipment, kits, and consumables. Finally, we have Ska, who is selling his weapons once again.
David, if I may, I'd like to let the cadets know that they don't want to be caught without a weapon. The consequences can be severe.
Exactly. That is why Ska has 2 booths on the grounds. He is always willing to help a cadet out. And we are walking. This brings us to the fortress's keep. From here, warriors have access to all the standard amenities, including the exchange, mail, and the bank. There are also computers here that you could use to study for and take Lorsinger Chatoch's midterm exams. Finally, warriors will also find Stas. He handles all duty crewman requests and acquisitions.
Excuse me, David. It's been an enjoyable tour, but I've got to evaluate some duty officers for my ship.
Pat becher, Judge Korath. That leads us to the Academy event. It is a periodic training exercise. During the event, anomalies are generated all over the Academy. Warriors are required to scan, stabilize, and collect particle fragments from all the anomalies. However, there's no guarantee that the anomalies will yield particles. They may disappear immediately, or generate holographic Starfleet officers that must be dispatched in order to collect a particle fragment. Batches of particle fragments can be exchanged for dilithium. These are periodic events, so check your calendars for specific times. I suggest that you give the Academy event a try to earn valuable dilithium. And we are walking. That completes our tour. Are there any questions? Not from you, Garth. If there are no questions from the cadets, you are dismissed. Krapla!
Koi keles puk lod, koi puk back poo, yakbo mafo jeshu mi, se makshu me u, mashu manong, a mafsho chu, nebeyin march of war, ku, but my children's eljo please, ma fam puma dim, correct, but you talk to my red, como you talk, ma o. Koi keles puk lod, koi puk back poo.